Hello and welcome to this week's Counter Attack with me, Jamie O'Hara, and Jose Enrique. Jose, burning question, your mob, Liverpool. Wow, disaster class from them. Plus, the fans, Arne Slot becoming the new manager potentially. Are they going to be happy?
Well, first of all, the game yesterday against Everton, it tells you in the position of the
Shambles.
team. Yesterday, it was very poor. Everton deserved to win. That's the truth. They deserved to win. Liverpool had few chances to score, but even then, Everton was the better side. They wanted more. They wanted the 3 points. Yes, so they deserve it. And about the new
Jose, why have
manager,
they gone so flat, Jose? Like, just talk me through. Like, they've gone so flat when the old farewell tour bus with Jurgen Klopp, is actually just died out. I mean, they've broken down. The bus is
no,
busted. What's
you can
happened? Like,
see
it's like they're just so flat when they walk on a football
You
pitch.
can see, you never play for LSC, amigo. You will see, there will be how many people there will be on that tour. You will see. In that, when they put the bus out and everyone is gonna be full of people.
Yeah,
Full.
mate.
And just with a
Listen, the bus, mate.
Carabao Cup, forget it. Liverpool fans will be there. You will see. You will see. You
Titus
will
going
see.
out the farewell tour bus, mate. It's over.
Nah, to be honest, I would have loved obviously something bigger, either the Premier League, the Europa League. I think the Premier League would have been amazing because obviously saying bye to the Premier League, for club and winning the Premier League would have been amazing. But to be honest, since the Manchester United, the cup game, the team is not been the same. That's the truth. I don't know what's going on after that, but the truth is, it's not been the same. They've been knocked out obviously of the Europa League, and in the Premier League, they've not been good enough. And in the missing chances, I don't know if it's the Europe with more chances missing. It's crazy with a lot of difference from the second. So, and about the new manager, obviously all the Liverpool fans, they were expecting Xabi Alonso. But obviously,
Yeah.
as soon as Xabi Alonso say no, I actually believe Liverpool and Bayern, both of them try. But Xavi have it clear. I think is obvious, and I believe you will agree with me that obviously he's waiting for Real Madrid probably next season. Um, and obviously
Who?
about
Klopp.
no Xabi Alonso for
Oh, right. Yeah.
probably is waiting for Real Madrid because obviously
Jurgen's going Barcelona, isn't
nah, no, Xavi already says he's staying now.
he? Is he?
Yeah, he just said yesterday at the end of the day. He said
Liverpool
Deco
might as well go back to Rafa Benitez, mate. Get Jose back at left back.
with me there will be fog right now. Maybe I can just walk.
What
But yeah,
about Arne Slot, though, mate? Well, Arne Slot, you like him? Is he? I mean, I don't know much about him, I'll be honest, but he could.
to be honest, I don't know too much about it. But it's true that going to Liverpool after Klopp, no one is gonna be excited about until you see something.
Yeah,
Something if it's work or not. That's the truth. After Klopp, the only one I believe Liverpool fans will be excited about will be Xabi Alonso. He's not there. Obviously, it's not possible anymore. The next one maybe was the Derby, maybe from Brighton. But I don't think even Liverpool fans will be that excited about the Derby because obviously the season is being a little bit up and down. And with him from Feyenoord, I don't know too much about him, to be honest, to tell you if he's going to be successful or not. It's true that he's done really well at Feyenoord, really, really well. But Liverpool is another story. I'm not sure
yeah,
what you think.
yeah. No, I agree. I mean, anyone coming in after Jurgen Klopp's a tough one. In a way, if you're a manager now and you're seeing the kind of capitulation that's happened to Liverpool and the way the season's going to fizzle out, you're probably thinking that's not as bad as if they won the league, they won the treble, and
Yeah,
Jurgen Klopp's the
yeah,
Messiah, and the farewell tour's gone, and everyone's devastated that he's left. Actually,
yeah,
now as a new manager coming in, you go, well, they didn't end the season that well, so I can come in and pick these players up, put my own stamp on it, and take them forward. Do you know what I mean? Because I think it has looked like now that the Jurgen Klopp era is over, and it's not ending in a fashion where they've gone and won the Europa League, and the last game that Jurgen Klopp's in the dugout is a trophy. They're not. That's not going to be the case. So it might be all right for Ernie if a new manager comes in and go, all right, well, I'll kick on.
Yeah, let's see as well, obviously, because with Michael Edwards, obviously everything is gonna change. Like, instead of the manager having the power in signings, it's gonna be Michael Edwards is gonna be really the boss of LSE in Europe. And obviously I want to see with situations like Salah, like Trent, like situations Van Dijk as well, situations that they either renew the contract or sell them. I want to see how he's gonna handle these situations,
Yeah,
and depends on that as well. We will see. But I am positive about the future of LSC. I believe a lot of clubs at the moment. Look at Aston Villa, how well he's doing. He's gonna keep growing. Tottenham, I believe next year is gonna be good. It's gonna keep growing. Liverpool really needs to wake up this transfer window. Really needs to wake up. Apart from the manager, they really need to wake up
yeah,
and do well. So it's gonna be a tough one for him. If he's at the end he's the new manager, it's gonna be tough for him.
yeah, for sure. Jose, North London Derby, combined 11. I mean, it's a massive game at the weekend. Spurs are going to ruin Arsenal's season. But can we get some Spurs players in a combined 11 based on this season? Let's go Vicario in goal,
Okay.
Pedro Porro or Ben White. I mean, for me, I love Porro, but Ben White has been good this season. You can't get away from
Yeah.
that.
You cannot
I
you
think you
cannot
have to
take
go
up
Ben
Ben
White.
White from
He's had a
that.
really good season. I
I
like
agree.
Porro, though. I do like him, but it's tight. I can't argue with Ben White, so I'll go Ben White. Look, do we both agree on Saliba and Van der Ven?
I think so, yeah. I think Gabriel can be there as well. I love Gabriel, and I think Saliba this season sometimes is not been at the level that he was last year. But it's true that I love Saliba,
Yeah.
and Van de Ven has to be there. For me, it's
Yeah, he's
actually
good, Van
probably
der
the.
Ven, mate.
I actually
Top draw.
believe it will be the best centre back of the three. If you ask me to take one, I would probably take Van de Ven. I think
Yeah,
he's the best
I
one of the
agree,
three.
mate. I agree, mate. I agree. Udogie, left back. I mean, he has to go in there, really, don't he? I mean, we're
Yeah,
squeezing a few
obviously.
Spurs players in here.
Yeah, yeah. I think Doggy is. I love Zinchenko as well. I think he's a great player, but Doggy is
Nah,
better. Is
Zinchenko,
it?
mate. Nah, he's not the level. He's not at the level. Sorry, he's
No,
not. He's a good. He's
I
not.
like
He's
him.
not a Dogie level.
I like him a lot, but I think because of the level of Doggy decision as well and how good he's doing, I think he has to be. He deserves to be there. He definitely deserves to be there.
All right, midfield: Declan Rice, Odegaard,
Yeah,
Madison.
Madison starts really well the season, but then
I
he
know, but he's
just
dropped off a bit, hasn't he?
yeah a lot. That's the
But
issue.
who you putting in there then? Because you
I
can't
can
put
put
Jorginho in there. You can't put Partey in there.
you
You
can
can't put
put
Skip in there. You can't put Basuma in there. So
You can
really,
put you can put Harvard. He's played there before.
all right, go on. I'll tell you. You know what? All right, I'll go with you on that. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Declan Rice, Odegaard, and Havertz. Yeah, I'll have to accept that. It's not nice, but I'll have to accept it because
And
Havertz has
no,
actually been
even if
Havertz has
Madison,
actually been decent.
no, yeah, it's been really good. And even if I believe Madison is, if you ask me to take one, I will take Madison. But if we're talking about form in this season, Harvest has been, and more at the end, when everything is important right now, Harvest is stepping in, and I
Yeah.
like that, and I like that.
All right, so front three then. We've got obviously Saka on the right. There's no getting away
Yeah,
from that. Son has to go in there. Would you play him as a centre forward? You put
center
Son as
forward.
a nine,
Yeah, woof, I don't know
Martinelli
because
on the left,
who on the
and
left?
Trossard.
Yeah, Trossard has to be on the left. I think no, he deserves to be on the left. He's been fantastic, and Son has to be there. Son has
Yeah.
to be there as
So
a
Trossard,
striker.
Son, and Saka.
Yeah, I think so. What do
I'll
you
tell you
think?
what, if Arsenal had Son, if Arsenal had that team and had Son up front, they'd win the league. I think they're missing a
Probably.
Son.
I think. I think they're missing a song, a good song. Yeah, they're missing Son. Yeah, I think the Son is that level of a player that, like you say, I think he can take you another level. But for example, you ask me the same for Liverpool. I think Son will be the striker of Liverpool, and I think Liverpool will win the league this year.
Yeah.
Is that level of a player, Son, in my opinion. Is that
Top.
good?
He's top, mate. He's top. He's top.
Yeah.
Right, let's play a bit of true or false. Got some questions here for us.
Okay.
Pochettino has lost the dressing room.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that.
I don't
Definitely
know,
so.
mate. I don't know. Look, did he ever have the dressing room? That's the question you got to ask. Has he ever had it? Players will have to play football because they have to play football. I think the problem that he's got is the mentality of some of them. They're arrogant. They don't want to work hard for the badge. They
For
want to
me,
just play nice football when it's going well. When
yeah,
it's nicey and teams are sitting off you and Chelsea like pass it around, all of a sudden they look like good footballers. But when the chips are down, when you're going up against a good side like Arsenal, a top side, and you've got to dig in and you've got to be resilient and you've got to find a way to win, they fold like a deck of cards, mate. They're absolutely awful. The players' heads
yeah,
go down. They start arguing with each other. They're not a team. They're not a team
yeah,
at all.
yeah.
So for
The
me,
only,
I don't know if
the,
Pochettino ever had the dressing room, let alone lose it.
but I don't think with this. Listen, who can have this dressing room with it? The problem,
Jose
Jamie,
Mourinho would have it.
I think he will send them off all. You need to get another investor because he will sell them all. All the players. Apart from Cole Palmer, you know how Mourinho is, and for him it's all about mentality and all these younger players that I don't disagree to having young players, but like you say, is in these big contracts with 6, 7 years already, you can see, I don't know, Jackson, in the other in the penalty. Jackson, and I saw him when he played in Villarreal, and I love him as a player, quality wise. But you see the arrogance when he played, the way he looks, I don't know, it's too much arrogance for so little that you have done for football, you say. And I don't believe in arrogance anyway, it doesn't matter how big you go, but I think it's just they need to come down to earth a little bit. I know they're young and they got a big contract now, but they need to come down to earth and say, listen, like you say, we are good players, we are talented players, but we play as a team or we play as a unit or we don't win anything. We cannot
Yeah,
even, our target is going to finish top 10. That's going to
yeah,
be the target. When the
yeah,
quality of the team, players, it could be to play for Europe, play for top four. But it's like I don't agree with losing the dressing room. I just think it's too many young players together. I just don't agree with that kind of thing. It's too
yeah,
many and they just keep sometimes, fighting the other day in the penalty. You remember the penalty, everyone fighting when they know Cole Palmer take it. How you gonna take the penalty before Cole Palmer, mate?
yeah.
It's
No, it
just
just sums them up, though, mate. It just sums them up. It's who they are. They're just arrogant, selfish
yeah.
footballers. That's what they are, mate. They don't care about the club and where they're going. They just want the glory for themselves, and they ain't got no glory because they're bang average. Let's talk about Mark Clattenburg. His role at Nottingham Forest, bit of an embarrassment. I have to agree. I think it's turned into a joke. I get why they brought him in because they wanted to have someone from that side of the fence, on their team. But actually, it's turned around and been an absolute disaster because I think now referees are turning up, rocking up, going, "Fuck off, Mark Clattenburg. Who do you think you are? To rocking up, digging us out, basically calling us cheats, saying that we've got, affiliations with other clubs and we shouldn't be refereeing the game. You can't call referees cheats. They get bad decisions. They make bad decisions. They're human
Yeah,
beings. We all make bad decisions, and the standard of refereeing ain't good enough. But they ain't cheats. They're not cheats.
yeah.
And for Mark
No,
Clattenburg to get involved in that and to have that as a thing on
yeah,
his watch, I think it's a
yeah,
joke. I think he should. I think. Listen, he's getting weighed in. They're probably paying him an awful lot of money. And he's sitting there thinking, "Lovely, jubbly. I've finished refereeing. I've got a nice cushy job here at Nottingham Forest on a few quid, and I'm not going to upset the apple cart. And I'm going to agree with what they say, and we're going to go in on referees." But actually, he must be sat there thinking, "It's a bit strong. This. It's a bit strong."
yeah. I think it was too strong. I think, like you say, they are human. They have mistakes. You can actually argue about maybe one decision of the game or two and talk about it. But like you say, call them cheat is going too far and more publicly. No,
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
do that. You can't do that.
Embarrassing, mate. Embarrassing. Just they got pumped. They got beat. Like, do you know what I mean? Up your game. You ain't been good enough. Spent loads of money. You ain't been good enough. Simple as that. Nottingham Forest spent a ton of money, and you've been shit. So what? Sort yourselves out. Stop blaming referees and get better performances out of the players you got.
Yeah,
Nicholas Jackson, not a Premier League level footballer. I disagree with that. I think he's a player. I think look, he's not. He's never going to be a Drogba. He's never going to be a top player. But I don't think he was meant to come in at Chelsea and be the number one striker up front. I think it was meant to be in Cuckoo. He's had to step up, and it's like playing Eddie Nketiah week in week out at Arsenal. They're just not quite at the level yet. But he's young. He might improve. He's going to get better. He's
I
never
like.
going to be a top. He's never going to be a top Premier League player. But I think he's
I,
Premier League level.
I think it's Premier League level, yeah. I think I like him. I agree with you. I like him. He's a good player. I think it's just what I mentioned before. I think he needs to come down to earth a little bit. I think he's in a point now that he's gone there, and I don't know. I focus a lot when I watch the game in the body language of the players and everything like that, and the way you react to a teammate and everything. And it's not just him; it's many of his Chelsea teammates. But obviously, we are talking about him here, and it's just he needs to change and say, listen, maybe I need to improve myself,
Yeah,
and stop worrying about the rest, and take care of me, and make sure that I do right for this team and I put numbers up, and if he does that, I think he's a very good player. I think he can do very, very good.
yeah,
Chelsea player, like you say, we'll see. Time will tell. It's too young.
yeah. We'll say yeah. Kai Havertz, contender for Premier League Team of the Season. I mean, let's not get carried away. He's looked good and he's done all right, and you'd say it's been actually a decent signing in the end. But Team of the Season's a bit of a stretch, isn't it?
I agree. No, no team of the season. I don't think he's. You cannot say this because of the last 10 games of the season or 12 games.
Yeah,
And he's done well. Yeah, it's true. He's doing really well now. But some of the season is been no good as well. That people were actually saying why Arsenal sign him and pay
yeah.
this amount of money. So no, it cannot be. It cannot be. So many good players for
Fair
Liverpool,
play to him though.
Manchester
He
City.
took a bit of stick going there, and he started off not great, and people were arguing, with Arteta, thinking is that going to work out? But actually, he has come good.
Listen, Jamie, very, big play from him, very fair from his side, because the reality, you know how it is. Normally, when you are in these kind of situations, 99% of the players, they will never come back.
Yeah,
And maybe a year or two after, you need to sell them, or they are sub players, and this guy, and really, he's gone there, put the balls in the table, and say, you see, you're telling me I'm not good enough, you will see. And he's
mm,
actually become, really good. He can play in different positions, so fair play to him. Big,
yeah,
I'm actually like this kind of personality because it's very difficult to come back when you play for a big team, to come back from all this criticism, for all the media going against you, like similar, different way, but look at Maguire now as well. It's like we say, coming from this kind of people going at you so much, it's tough, and he's done it. So fair
yeah,
play to him.
yeah. Agreed. Jose, let's do some weekend previews. Big games coming up. We'll start with your team. They're playing West Ham away. I mean, both teams here, the managers obviously look like, for me, they're on their way out. We know Klopp's going. David Moyes is going. West Ham, mate, they've been really poor. They've had a bad end to the season. They've limped over the line. They're just going to end up mid-table. The fans have had enough. The proactive, or the bang average, I should say, football that they've been playing, defensive-minded. I think they've just fed up with it, mate. They've got a good set of players, and I think it's time for David Moyes
Yeah.
to move on. And you know what? Let me say this, Jose, about West Ham. Any West Ham fans, when David Moyes walks out of that stadium for the last time, if they don't clap him or give him a standing ovation and shake his hand when he leaves that place, they're a disgrace. Because West Ham fans don't know how lucky they've been to have David Moyes in charge, to get them where he's got them in Europe for 3
Yeah.
seasons on the
I agree.
bounce, 2
I agree.
semi-finals, 1 trophy, and he's going to leave. And I'm telling you, if West Ham fans don't give him the appreciation and respect that he deserves, they're not real West Ham fans, because he's done a great job there. And all right, it comes to an end, the managers move on, and it looks like it's that time. But he deserves a lot of praise for where he's took that football club. They are a good
Hun-
football club now with good players, and that's because of David Moyes.
Yeah, 100% agree. That's the sad thing of football. People forget very quickly what you have done or what you done, and you have to remember, like you say, a team that couldn't get there, like you say, got him in 2 semi-finals, won a trophy, European trophy, so like you say, I think he deserves obviously everyone is talking about Klopp because he's the biggest name, But if he at the end goes as well, that it looks like it. Obviously, is very. I'm very positive that it's going. Like you say, he really needs a proper send off because he deserves it. But like you say, that sometimes it happens in football. You need changes. Like a
Yeah,
footballer. Sometimes you are 5, 6 years in a club and you need a change. Other players they can stay for 10 years in the same club, but other ones in 5, 6 years they need a change because it's how it is.
yeah.
Managers are exactly the same, or even more. If I really agree with you, I think it's his time. But definitely people should really,
Mm.
say, listen, thank you so much for everything that you have done for us.
Yeah, yeah. Look, just on this game, West Ham Liverpool, I think Liverpool flat, mate. I think West Ham could win this, I'm going to go 2-1 West Ham. I know
I'm
they've
not
been flat
gonna.
themselves, but I just feel like they're going to fancy their chances against this team.
Uh, to be honest, I cannot disagree with you in terms of because now probably Liverpool, you cannot say over until it's over, but we all know, it's more or less over now.
Yeah,
And more because Arsenal is goal difference as well, so it's impossible, I think. But I'm gonna back up the boys, but I agree with you. I think normally I will go okay. Liverpool against West Ham. Liverpool is the one with more percentage, to win this game. But actually, I don't think so. I think it's a 50-50 this game, very a big 50-50 as well. And
yeah.
more after the disappointment of yesterday against Everton. But I'm gonna go for Liverpool. I need to back up the boys, and I'm gonna go for 2-0 for Liverpool. I'm gonna back up them.
Right. Look, we've got the big one, Spurs v Arsenal at the weekend. Massive game. Can't wait for it. Spurs could derail Arsenal season. We see Everton do it to Liverpool. We know what derbies are like. I mean, what a game this is going to be. I can't wait for it. I've been waiting for it for ages. And look, Spurs go into it in all right form. Arsenal go into it in brilliant form. But form goes out the window in these ones, Jose. Do you know what I mean? These ones go out the window.
Yeah,
Just building up to these games. I remember playing in this one, and you don't
yeah,
sleep before. You don't sleep a wink. You're just waiting to get out on the football pitch. You're, you're,
yeah,
you're manifesting the game in your head 24 hours before, 48 hours before, thinking, how am I going to play? What can I do? And when it comes
yeah.
round, bang, the
But
atmosphere, it's
but
electric. You can't wait. You get goosebumps thinking about it. What
but you watched this game from the bench, no? This
a
game.
game. Shut up, you. I played in a few of these.
No,
Few of these. Just a couple of MOMs, mate.
no, I agree with you. I think, look, yesterday, Liverpool lost the game, it's true, but derbies are derbies, and the intensity is fantastic to watch. It's fantastic to watch. Everyone, I will be watching the game as well, even if you don't support either of the teams, and it's because, like you say, it means more. And the fans show that on the stadium as well, so it makes you go more as well in the game. You give more than 100% these games, and like you say, Spurs obviously still fighting for the top four. They can really fuck up Arsenal's title hopes, if Manchester City win today. Uh, so yeah, I think Spurs actually want to back up Spurs because if Liverpool don't win the league, I don't want to listen all the Arsenal fans going at us. I'd rather to get it's Manchester City again. They done it and it's fine. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a very interesting, and I'm gonna back up
Spurs
the
win this
Spurs
one,
as
mate.
well.
I'm going for a
Yeah,
Spurs win. Jose,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't look anything past it. We're going to bump, we're going to rock up, we're going to bury Arsenal season, we're going to put them in the mud. Everyone's going to be jumping. It's going to go wild, mate.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm going
I'm,
all out on this one.
I'm
Spurs
not sure about that.
4-2, big win. Thanks for coming. Off your pop, Arsenal.
I'm not sure about that. I think it's gonna be a very entertaining game from both sides, but I'm gonna back up Spurs, even thinking Arsenal is gonna win. But I'm gonna go with the Spurs. Come on, I'm gonna go with the Spurs.
Right, let's just do a prediction on Nottingham Forest and Manchester City, mate. I mean, I can't see anything other than a Manchester City win. I think Forest are in big trouble.
Yeah,
I'm going to go
yeah,
3-0, not like 3-0 to Man City for me.
something like that. Yeah, so I think 3-0 as well. I think Manchester City is gonna win the Premier League. I will be very surprised if they don't.
Jose, win, lose or draw. Fixtures of the
Okay,
weekend, big ones.
okay.
West Ham v Liverpool. I'm going West
Liverpool
Ham
win.
win.
Liverpool win. I'm gonna go Liverpool win.
Yeah, we go against each other on that one. Fulham v Palace. Palace look decent,
Wow.
by the way. I'm going.
Yeah, good game.
I'm going to go draw.
I'm gonna go for a draw as well. It's gonna be a good game, that one as well, eh?
Yeah, good game, yeah. Man United v Burnley. I'm going Man United win.
I'm gonna go Burnley. I'll go to the Manx.
Mad. Newcastle v Sheffield United. I've got a Newcastle win.
Newcastle win. Come
Yeah.
on, Newcastle.
Wolves v Luton. I mean, Wolves have got injuries, mate. You know what I mean? They're limping over the line. I'm
Yeah,
going to
but
go draw.
I think Wolves will win this game.
I'm going to go draw. Everton v Brentford. I'm going to go Brentford win.
I actually think Everton will win as well after the win against Liverpool.
Villa v Chelsea. I'm going to go Aston Villa win.
I'm going to go Aston Villa as well.
Yeah. Bournemouth v Brighton. Draw.
A draw as well. Oh, fucking hell, yeah, me. You and I are agreeing today and everything.
We know our stuff, mate. We know our stuff. Spurs v Arsenal. Spurs win.
Spurs win, I hope.
Yeah. And then lastly, Nottingham Forest v Man City. I'm going Man City win.
Manchester City win. Yeah, I agree.
That's it from us on this week's Counter Attack. Thanks for listening. Let us know. And another massive weekend of football action. We'll see you next week.